Where is Bitcoin going today? Well, yesterday we saw Bitcoin get up to about 27,500, and then it was rejected harshly. Guys, as I've been telling you, when I'm looking at my daily, when I'm looking at my 5 hour, which is what the institutions, the market makers, the bankers are using, when I'm looking at my 1 month and my weekly, we're on a downtrend. Okay, guys, we're on a downtrend. So even though we're coming up, even though we're getting up a little bit of support, even though we're getting some buys on my linear regression line, we're hitting that to the dollar and it gets rejected. So what happens when it gets rejected at resistance? It goes back down and it starts retesting the middle of my linear regression line. And then possibly if it can't hold there, then it goes to the bottom of the linear regression line. That's why, guys, I said, yes, even though we may get some upside, I think that we're going to go ahead and get squeezed and get down. We're going to get some sell-offs, major sell-offs. So what's going on that makes this happen? Well, the debt ceiling, it's still in debate. House Speaker McCarthy is saying that there's no agreement with the White House, with the president. Janet Yellen, Treasury Secretary, said that the Treasury, if the debt ceiling is not negotiated, there is not reached an amendment to that, then the Treasury is going to run out of money. What does that mean? We're not going to be able to pay our bills. Do I think that's going to happen? Is politics, the Dems and the Republicans are going to really allow America to default? Yet, that uncertainty is calling for not only the crypto market, not only the Bitcoin market, but the overall market to be hesitant and to be wishy-washy and going down. So yes, I'm looking at the Nasdaq, I'm looking at the S&P, I'm looking at the Dow, and while we had a little bit of major movement to the upside yesterday, while we had some movement going up, I saw that across the board that we were rejected, and then we started having sell-offs coming down. As I've been telling you guys, Bitcoin has been following the Nasdaq and the S&P most of the time, which is good. So you see that it's not just crypto that's just out in the wild, wild west that's just trading out there. It's following some form. It's following actually Fibonacci. It's following technical analysis. It's paying attention to the fundamental news, what's going on out there. Speculation. Where do I think Bitcoin is going to go? Well, the market is saying that they're waiting for the whole market to pivot. I don't know whether that's going to happen or not. There's some analysts out there saying that we're not going to see a pivot this year at all. I think we could see some form of a short-term pivot probably around the July area. I think we're getting into June. I was saying June, July. So I'm leaning now more towards July to see if we truly get a pivot, because what am I looking at? I'm looking for capitulation, market capitulation. I'm looking for the market to take out the low. So back in January, we were at a low of $15,000 with Bitcoin. I looked at for us to retest that low, possibly take it out, get to that 13K, 10K level. Everybody gives up. People start selling out. People start complaining. They're done with the market overall. They're done with cryptocurrencies. They're done with Bitcoin. And what happens then? At that fire sale, when everybody's selling, who's buying? It's the market maker. They want to get that price at as low as they possibly can. So they're driving it down, scaring retail investors, scaring the regular people that are not aware or familiar with these market type trends to sell out while they purchase. So then they buy up all those sells. What happens? Now we see market capitulation. Now we see that the market is going up. Now we see the news, because what are these market makers doing? They're pumping it out there in the news. Bitcoin to the moon, crypto to the moon, Nasdaq to the moon, the S&P to the moon, the Dow is going to the moon. Everybody get in, buy. It's too late. Once it's out there in the media, it's too late. Why? Because now everybody starts buying it. And then maybe the market makers, what do they do to entice more people in and to hold? They drive the price up a little bit more. So what are we going to see with Bitcoin? We're going to see Bitcoin retesting the all-time highs. What are we going to see with the Nasdaq and the S&P? Retesting the all-time highs. What are we going to see with Ethereum, Shiba Inu, XRP, Cardano, the rest of the top 10, 15, 20, all retesting the all-time highs? And guess what? Let's even entice more retail investors in. Let's drive it up a bit past the all-time high. Everybody's jumping in. So when you're buying, who's selling to you? It's the same guys that were buying when you were selling to them at the low, at the bottoms. It's the market maker. What are they doing now? They're taking their profit, guys. If you like what you hear, hit like. It really does great for the algorithms. Please hit subscribe. We're going to be coming at you with more and more and more of this education. By the way, everything here is my speculation for educational purposes only. I advise you to do your own research, but I wish I had a guy like me out there when I first starting out and I made the mistakes that I do. See you later.